Good morning, everybody. Today is April 20th. It's the 21st day of distance learning and the beginning of our 5th week. Now, last Monday, we planted some seeds, and I've been encouraging you guys to water them every day really well for the first 2 weeks. I want to show you the progress my garden has already made. I'm so excited. So come over here. You'll see that with my yellow tomatoes, we planted a straight line of seeds just like this, and look, there's lots of seedlings popping up. So right where we planted them. And then in the squash, I placed 2 rows of seeds like this, and you'll notice that there's seeds popping up in every row. I don't have one here yet, or here, but they're really coming up. So keep your plants watered, and I'd love to see any progress you make with that as well. Well, next we're going to head inside and we're going to tell you what the new letter of the week is. All right, so we're back inside and we're going to get the letter of the week. My son has lent me some new dry erase markers, not really new, but stuff he had in his backpack. So I will show you the letter of the week. Remember last week we had V? Oh, that's a really nice purple. Ooh, or violet. I like that one. I wish I had had this one last week. I would have done all my work in violet. But this week we have something very similar to V. It's kind of like 2 V's next to each other. 2 V's next to each other. There's my 2 V's. Is that a clue as to what it is? Okay, well, I'm going to show you right now. For a capital, it's the letter W. For a capital W, you're going to start just like you did with the V and go diagonal. Only instead of going all the way back up to the top, we're going to go to the halfway point. Then we're going to do another diagonal, and this time we're going to go all the way up to the top. Now, W is one of those letters that if you make it right, just naturally takes up a lot of space. You cannot do a good W that's squished, because then you miss seeing the little diagonals inside. You really do have to spread this one out. This is not one of my better ones. So, diagonal, up, down, and diagonal. Diagonal, up, down, and diagonal. You really want to get a lot of space in there. And you want to make sure that your first line is a diagonal. It really looks kind of weird when it's like this. You want to spread it out at a diagonal and end it at a diagonal. I mean, this is a W, but it's not my favorite. It really should be a little more spread out as the W with 2 diagonals on the outsides and 2 small diagonals on the insides. Down all the way to the bottom, to the middle, back down to the bottom, and back up to the top. And this is one that we don't lift our pen, pencil, crayon, pen, marker on. It's all one line. You do want to make sure that you are pointing these. You don't want them to look like that. That is technically a W, but it's kind of sloppy. And when you're learning how to write, you want to learn how to do it correctly so that your hand gets used to it and you do it right when you're better at writing. So for the lowercase W, we're going to start at the halfway point, and we're just going to do, oops, sorry, there's my happy face. I didn't have a happy face up here. And we're going to go down to the bottom, up to the middle, down to the bottom, up to the middle. It's just like a capital W, only everything takes place here. Down, up, down, up. Oh, my marker didn't do a good job there. Down, up, down, up. Make sure that you have enough space so that you can see each small lowercase v. Here's one V, here's another V. If you squish them together and you do them too quick, you just end up with a blur, and that's not what you want. So down, up, all ending at the same spot on the top, all ending at the same spot on the bottom. Down, up, 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 down. Uh-oh. What did I do there? I grew it a little too much. I'm going to shrink that one down. Down, up, down, up. I think that one needs to grow a little. Okay, there we go. So practice your capitals and lowercase W's. And for today, I'm going to get out my list. I don't like that green W. It's so hard to see. I'm going to go back over that and make it a nice big black W because that's easier to see. All right, so we need to come up with some good words. And if my cameraman will go to the kitchen countertop or hand me some things, that's even better. I found my first one, water. I think I'll do water in blue. Water, water. And then he found me in his room. He has a really cool watch. Watch, watch. Okay. Oh, now, big Harry Potter fan, we have some wands in our house. So we found a wand. Have to put that on my list. Wand. And I found several examples of the color white. But I liked my nail polish, so we're going to put white up there. I'm also thinking, earlier today I saw something that's invisible, but I was still able to see it. I know that sounds weird. How can something be invisible and you can still see it? Well, I looked out my window and saw the wind. So we have water, watch, wand, white, and wind. All really good W words. As usual, I would love to see, either through an email or through a comment on the video, some W words that you find around your house. Well, it is Monday. So for Monday, I said we would still be writing letters to our teachers. I think it's always good to check in. Teachers love to hear from you. And here's a teacher I haven't written to yet. I really think that, well, at least I hope she likes this, but today's letter is going to be to Mrs. Avila Perez. She teaches over at Mabel Payne Elementary, and I've had the pleasure of teaching her kids this year, so I figured I would drop her a letter. So let's start with, Dear Mrs. Avila Perez, comma. So you're going to have to start like we usually do. Hi, hello, how are you? That's a good way to start a letter. Hi, how are you? Do you have any pets? I don't know if she does. How is your son? I know she has a son that also goes to Mabel Payne Elementary, so I'm going to be nice and ask about him. How is your son? Let's see. My mom makes good food for me. What is your favorite food to make for your son? And I'm going to leave it right there, nice and short. Of course, we're going to end it. This is where my super preppies come in, and you guys write L-O-V-E, which says love and your name. I'm going to put Miss Mary. And since I asked her, does she have any pets, I think I'm going to draw a picture of all of my pets today. Today I feel like using colored pencils. So I have one dog with big pointy ears. And a little tail. I know he kind of looks like a cat, but we'll see if I can make him more dog-like. I have a shorter dog. With another tail. I have a shorter dog. I think you guys have seen all my dogs, and she's got a scruffy tail, where she looks even more like a cat. And then I have a cat. And my cat is black and white, so I'm going to grab my black colored pencil. This one's dark brown. I need black. I know I have. Well, I'll just use my marker. Okay, so my cat is actually as big as my smallest dog. She's actually bigger. And she's very fluffy. And oh my goodness, does she have a fluffy tail. And let's see, I gotta get some eyes in her. I'll get some eyes in all of them. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna draw Miss Avila Perez all of mine. I even have a turtle. I'll use dark brown for turtle. So here is my turtle. He's got one leg here, a little tail there. He's got another leg underneath and another leg underneath, and he's got a little head that sticks out like that. So those are all my pets. I'm going to color them in. I'm going to give them some more, you know, features like noses and colors and all that stuff. I have some more stuff I have to do on my pets. Oh, I need an eyeball for my turtle. So I'm going to keep coloring that in. And remember, you can send these to your teachers in our district with the first letter of their first name and their complete last name at pylusd.org. And they should be getting them. I know you're getting newsletters from them all the time, so you can just send these letters straight back to them in the newsletter. I also know that they would love to hear from their students. They would love to be a part of what's going on because they miss you guys so much. So please try to send them a letter. Please try, you know, once a week, have the kids check in with their teachers and just let them know how they're doing. By the way, that noise was a really good W word that I forgot to show you. So I'm going to have to add would to my list later on. Today's story is A Fly Went By Mike McClintock, illustrated by Fritz Siebel. Oh, that's a really cool fly. I sat by the lake, I looked at the sky, and as I looked, a fly went by. A fly went by, he said, "Oh dear." I saw him shake. He shook with fear. Oh, Miss Mary started shaking. And when I saw that fly go past, I asked him why he went so fast. I asked him why he shook with fear. I asked him why. He said, "Oh dear." He said, "I must get out of here." The fly said, "Look, and you will see that frog. The frog is after me." The fly went past. The frog came fast. Oh, frog's gonna get him. I asked the frog, I asked him why. "Why do you want to get that fly?" The frog said, "Me? I want no fly, but I must hop, and this is why." "Oh, that cat," he said, "just look and see. That cat," he said, "is after me." Then he was gone with one big hop. The cat ran up, and I said, "Stop! Now stop, stop, stop," I told the cat. "Do not pick on the frog like that." The cat said, "Look, I want no frog. I have to get away from the dog." Ah! So the fly ran away in fear of the frog, who ran from the cat, who ran from the dog. One ran from the other ran too, from one who came after. Now what could I do? Away past the lake went the fly and the frog. Away past the lake ran the cat and the dog. They went past a shed and they went up a hill. I ran and I said, "I will stop them, I will." The fly does not know that the frog is not mad. The frog does not know that the cat is not bad. The cat runs in fear of the dog, I can tell. If I can stop him, then all will be well. I ran a lot. I ran so fast I came up to the dog at last. "Now stop," I said. "You are the one who did all this. Why do you run? Why do you want to bite that cat? Why are you bad? Oh, you are bad to be like that." The dog said, "No, that is not so. I want no cat. The cat can go. I do not want to bite the cat. I run away from that. That pig. That pig," he said, "look back and see. She likes to bite, and she wants me." So the fly ran away in fear of the dog, who ran from the cat, who ran from the dog. The dog ran away in fear of the pig. My, she was mad. And was she big. I said to the pig, "So you are the one in back of all this. Now why do you run? Now why should a pig bite a dog?" I said. "Why are you mad? Are you out of your head?" The pig said, "I am not out of my head. See what is after me? Look," she said. "That cow will hit me," said the pig. "Those things on her head are big." So the pig ran fast. She ran past fast. Then the cow ran up, and a little cow too. And I said, "Now what's got into you? Do not pick on the pig, you two." The cow said, "Pig? The pig can go. That's not why we run, oh no." but someone bad has made us run. Who wants to kill my little one? I asked the cow, who wants to kill your little one? Why, no one will. The cow said, look, up on the hill, the fox is there. He comes to kill. The cow and the little cow ran past, all full of fear. They ran past fast. So, okay, I'm going to take a deep breath for this one. The fly ran away in fear of the frog, who ran from the cat, who ran from the dog ran away from the pig, and now the pig ran away in fear of the cow. They came to the woods, and there was a tent, but they did not stop. In and out they all went. At last came the fox, so he was the one who made them all fear, who made them all run. Yes, he was the one who was bad. I could tell. If I could stop him, then all would be well. Oh my goodness, look at all these guys running. I told the fox, oh, shame on you. Oh, shame, shame, shame for what you do. You want to kill a little cow? You stop, or I will whip you now. The fox said, now what did I do? Why do you say, oh, shame on you? I tell you, I could never kill that little cow. I never will. The fox said, this is why I ran. Back in the woods, I saw a man. He had a gun. He wants to get me. Let me run. So, oh, Miss Mary's going to need another big breath for this one. The fly ran away in fear of the frog, who ran from the cat, who ran from the dog and the pig and the cows, they all ran. And then came the fox, who ran from the man. They came to a house, they went down the hall, and then they went out. There was a big wall, but that did not stop them. Oh no, not at all. Oh my goodness, they ran through the wall. They ran and they ran, they came to a town. They went up one way and then went down. They went up one way and then down another. They ran one after another. They came to a bank, but they did not stop. They went in the bank with a jump and a hop. With a jump and a hop, they ran in, and then they went back out. And then they went out the back way and ran on again. Oh, they're so scared. I ran as fast as I could run. I told the man, you are the one in back of this. You are the one who wants the fox. Put down your gun. Fox, fox, said the man. No, I saw a fox, but I must go. For you should see, yes, you should see, the thing that is now after me. Oh no, I think I'm afraid to turn the page. What could be bigger? Everything seems to be getting bigger. What could be bigger chasing the man? I did not see it, said the man. I took my gun and I ran, for I could hear it bump and thump. It was so bad it made me jump. It was so bad it made me fear. It was so big. It was so near. It must be 10 feet tall, he said, and big and fat and bad and red. Why, it can bite and kick and kill, and it will do it. Yes, it will. I hear it now. Come on, I say, for I must run and get away. Bump, thump. Uh-oh. The man's right. Something's coming after him. Should I turn the page? Kind of scared too. Okay, I'll be brave. The man ran past, fast, fast, fast. What did I hear? A bump and a thump. It was so bad it made me jump. I was about to run away. But then I saw the thing and say, it was not tall, it was not bad, it was not big, it was not bad. Was this the thing that made them run and made them fear? Was this the one? Oh my goodness, look what it is. It was a little sheep, so tame, it came to me, and it was lame. Lame means one of its legs doesn't work. I saw what made the bump and thump. I saw the thing that made me jump. The sheep said, look at this tin can. I cannot get it off. I ran. I ran for help. I saw a man. I went to him, but then he ran. Why did he run away from me? I just want help, as you can see. I said, I will get help for you, and I can help the others too. For now, I know just what to do. Oh man, I called. Come back, come here. This is a sheep. Have no fear. The sheep wants help, for it is lame. Come back, come here. And then he came. And then the man took off the can, but still the others ran and ran. They did not know about the can. I had to call so they would hear. I had to tell them not to fear. I had to tell them all was well, and so I gave a great big yell. Stop! Oh, wow. I think it worked. I said to them all, you must not run away. No one is after you. No one, I say. You all ran away, and now I know why. I sat by the lake, and there came a fly. The fly ran away in fear of the dog, who ran from the cat, who ran from the dog. The dog ran away in fear of the pig, who ran from the cow. She was so big. The cow ran away from the fox, who ran as fast as he could in fear of the man. The man heard a thump, and away he ran. It was just a sheep with an old tin can. I looked at them all, and then I could tell they all had no fear, and now all was well. They all went away. They all waved goodbye. So I sat by the lake and looked at the sky. Oh my goodness, that was a silly story. I liked it. A fly went by. All right, so for math, if you check out your weekly happenings, you'll see that Miss Doe has asked us to meow 8 times. So since I have Princess here, I figured I would practice meowing. Meow, 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 meow. There's my 8 meows. I didn't get any meows from Princess, but maybe your cat will meow for you. Okay, so we're practicing writing 8s. I figured we'll go for 8 8s. Miss Doe in the weekly happenings also says you can work on your math worksheet. I haven't printed mine up today, but I will print them. So I'll get mine done, but I'm going to practice on here for right now. I'm going to give myself 8 really good 8s. And remember, that means that you curve to the dotted line, curve the other way to the bottom, curve back to the dotted line, and curve the other way back to the top. Curve, curve, down to the bottom, curve, curve, back to the top. You want to go from the top to the bottom. You don't want it floating. Curve, curve, down to the bottom, curve, curve, back up to the top. Try to make it so that your curves are not too big, because then you end up with a really fat 8. Oh, that's not my best. And try to make sure that your curves aren't too small, because, oh my goodness, my 8 is so skinny. So try to make it a good curve, curve, down to the bottom, curve, curve, back up to the 8. Curve, curve, down to the bottom, curve, curve, back up to the top. Let's see how many good ones I have. I'm not a fan of that one, and I'm not a fan of that one. But I should have 8 good 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't make it on one line, so I'm going to have to keep practicing. Curve, curve, down to, uh-oh, I didn't go all the way down to the bottom. I'm still going to finish this one, but it's not my favorite 8 because it's floating. Curve, curve, down to the bottom, curve, curve, back up to the top. Curve, curve, down to the bottom, curve, curve, uh-oh. I don't think I can count that one because it's kind of pointed at the top. My second curve wasn't really that good, so I'm going to try one more. Curve, curve, down to the bottom, curve, curve, back up to the top. Uh-oh. This happens when you're going fast. So I'm just going to go back and make sure I connect it. And let's see if I got all 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I put dots in the good ones. I got 8 good 8s. So on Mondays, I try to do something fun and crafty just to start the week off. Like we've made the oobleck and we've made the edible Play-Doh, which I might revisit another time. But we are in the kitchen, and if my cameraman will show you, I do have a kitchen helper on the countertop. I don't know how long she'll stay, but you might see Princess in and out of the video while we're working. Today we're going to make bouncing bubbles. It's occurred to me that by now, 5-6 weeks at home, you probably are running short on the bubbles that you play with in the backyard. This is an easy way to make bubbles, and there's a slight twist to it that the kids might like. So since we're in the kitchen, even though we're not technically cooking, I figure we can practice our hand washing skills. Got my sink. Got my hand soap, and I'm just going to count to 20 this time. Counting to 20 is a good skill for Preppy K kids. We're supposed to be washing our hands for 20 seconds. So, get my water on, get my soap in my hand, and now I'm going to count to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Boy, that sure is a long time to wash your hands. But by now, you kids should be hand washing pros. Let's keep it up. Let's keep going on this. This is going to be probably something that's going to come into classrooms when school comes back into session. Kids are going to have to be asked to wash their hands a lot, use hand sanitizer a lot. So let's make this probably, for the foreseeable future, a lifelong habit. All right, now that we've washed our hands, let's begin the bubble fun. I have the recipe. It's very simple, but you're going to notice something unusual. You're going to notice sugar. For your older kids, you can explain to them that sugar helps prevent the water and the bubble soap mixture from evaporating. Evaporation is what causes the bubbles to pop. So if you add sugar to the mixture, you actually allow the bubbles to last for a really long time. So what I've done was, this is a batch I made earlier, but I'm going to add to it because it really is a lot of fun and I'm probably going to play with it today. You're going to take a tablespoon and have the kids do the measuring. This is definitely something they can do, especially because we're talking water, dish soap, and sugar. So we're not talking a lot of really tough stuff to measure. Have them count out 1 and pour it into a bowl. They're going to have 4 tablespoons of water. I already have that right here. But have them pour out 4 tablespoons of water. 1 tablespoon of dishwashing soap. You can have them squirt it out if you have one of these, or just pour it out. You may have to help them with these because they're really big and bulky, but this is good practice for kids too. And then 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now I had them all in separate bowls just so I can mix them in front of you, but if you want to just have them pour them directly into the bowl, that's fine. Hand-eye coordination, these are good skills for practicing. Pouring without splashing, this is good. I'm going to scrape some of this out just because I know it won't all come out. This is good beginning cooking skills too, because you're also using the tablespoon and you're measuring. You can talk to them about keeping it right level and how liquids sometimes either go right below the line or they can even create the surface tension bubble right above it. Anyway, once they get the 3 ingredients, you're going to want to mix it up. Now with little kids, they're going to want to splash away. Try to get them to mix it slowly because you don't want too many bubbles forming. This will make sense in a minute. All right, so you want to do it until the sugar has dissolved. So I can still feel sugar on the bottom of the bowl. Keep it going until the sugar is pretty much all gone. Okay, so this is quite a lot of mixture here. Now, I don't have a bubble wand because I just don't have bubbles in my house. My one and only child is 13 and he doesn't play with bubbles too often, although even he liked the bouncing bubbles. So what I did was I went into my drawer and I found, you can use a pipe cleaner if you have one and just make a bubble loop out of it, or I used just a straining spoon from my cabinet. So I went and strained off all the bubbles on the top here. You want it to be so that the mixture doesn't have a lot of bubbles on it. Now we're going to blow a bubble, and my assistant, my cameraman, my son, with me all this, is going to hold the bubble. He may even bounce the bubble. So I got my bubble wand. Okay, so I added a little bit more dishwashing soap and got myself a pipe cleaner to try it the second time. So let's hope it works. Oh, that's a nice big bubble. And my son, I broke it. So you want to, my goodness. This really was working. It was bouncing bubbles just like this. All right, we finally got the bubbles to bounce. There we go. Bouncing bubbles. Mine's still bouncing, and now it's gone. So I hope you have fun with the bouncing bubbles, and I hope you guys have a great day. Today's website for the day is going to be the website that was in the weekly happenings from Miss Doe at Maple Payne Elementary, and that was the Happy Feet website you can go to. Check out your newsletter because it tells you the school code and your students' personal code. So it's a new program they're rolling out. I'm hoping it's a lot of fun for the kids. Anyway, have a great Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow.